Welcome to CI in 5, a place to get energized by your favorite continuous improvement practitioners as they take on the challenge of sharing what continuous improvement means to them in 5 minutes or less and in 5 words or less. Think of it kind of like a kata geek going on a speed date. I know, right? This is gonna be good. Let's do this. Angel Henry, welcome to CI in 5. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, hey y'all, if you aren't connected with Angel, why not? She is an Agilist. She is an author of a newly released book, Dance in the Ceiling. And she's just a DE&I advocate, so we're so excited to have her here and provide a very unique but valuable and needed perspective in this time. So we're so excited to get to it. So Angel, tell us, what is your CI in 5?
Oh, I call it Let's Run and Experiment. So it's all about just trying something, see if it works, what sticks, what doesn't. If it doesn't stick, what do we need to tweak or change? And if it does, great, let's keep going. This was a few years ago, and I was a program manager at a pharmaceutical company. And they had spent about 2 months where they had a ton of people in a room planning out a very large upgrade. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, at least 9 to 10 months, and a whole team of scientists and chemists and IT people were going to be in a room for a really long time cranking this upgrade out. Well, 2 months in, and it was already off the rails right from the very beginning. So they brought me in to help. Well, what they didn't know is that I was an Agilist. And I said, let's run an experiment. Let's just get one scientist, one chemist, and a couple of IT folks in a room and give them a couple of weeks and see what they come up with. Let's run an experiment. And they did just that. And so, as you can imagine, the lessons learned that we got from that, who really needs to be involved, really kind of shifting the mindset of our leadership and the folks that were involved in terms of what milestones we can hit faster, right? They were all preparing to have something in production that they could use 10 months from now. And we're saying, no, we can cut that in less than half the time. We were able to get a prototype up out the door in a matter of weeks, and we just kept iterating on that.
So I'm curious, when you run into somebody like myself who's just started practicing continuous improvement the last few years and want to find a piece of advice to hand off to them, what would you say to them to get them moving along in their practice?
So do what I did, helped me tremendously. Conferences. The good part about this is that a lot of these Agile conferences have now shifted to online or some hybrid model. So now's your chance to grab a conference, and they are happening literally coast to coast. And you can hop on. Tickets are as cheap as, I've seen, $25 up to maybe $150. And you can get a whole day of speakers and examples like the one that I showed you of how people are doing some really cool things in the industry in the Agile and continuous improvement space. The second thing I would say is your local meetups are a treasure trove, because those are people in your city, in your area, that are meeting up. And again, many of our meetups have shifted to virtual. Slack channels and different LinkedIn groups are now all being leveraged.
So now I'm wondering, for someone who maybe has been practicing for a while, or even if they've just started recently practicing, they're stuck, kind of like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, or I just don't know where to go. What kind of encouragement or spark could you provide them to get them moving along in their practice?
So that was me when I started in the role that I'm at now, where I'd been a practicing Agilist for quite some time, but now I'm in a different culture. I'm in a different environment, and I need somebody to bounce ideas off of. And so I did just that. I found 2 other women who had my role at 2 other companies, and we all banded together and we share ideas. We bounce things off of each other. If I'm preparing for a meeting and I think I'm going to get challenged, I'll do a quick text message to say, hey, I think they're going to ask me about this point. What's the best way to explain it? It has been phenomenal to just sit down and kind of map out my plan for my company and my team and my organization and get feedback from someone who's been there and is doing the same work that I'm doing.
I can see that you've got a lot of joy in your practice around what you do and a lot of energy. So I'm wondering, what brings you the most joy in your practice of continuous improvement?
Oh my gosh, it happened today. So we had a celebration for a project that we completed on time, and the customer is happy, and the program manager shouted out our team, and he said how helpful we were and instrumental in making that particular project successful for the customer. And so it's like, oh yeah, that's worth it, right? When at the end of the day, you see that you've helped somebody and you've helped change their mindset to where, again, they're either failing fast and learning fast, or they're helping a customer, or sometimes we even help people personally, right? Where they take the whole mindset of doing an experiment and learning and iterating on it. And then for people to come back and give me that feedback, that absolutely is like, okay, it's worth it.
No, I really like that. That was something that came to life for you even today, where you could see the value of your work and being able to provide value for the customer. That just really does so much in terms of being able to fill you up, right? So I appreciate hearing that story. And hey, y'all, if you're not connected with Angel, why the heck not? Get out there, connect with her on LinkedIn. We'll provide that link. And of course, go grab her book, Dents in the Ceiling, Tools Women and Allies Need to Break Through. It's a great insight for both women of color and guys that look like me, to help provide insight about reasons why women and minorities are missing out on the C-suite. So go check out the book. Hook up with her on LinkedIn. And thanks so much, Angel, for being here with us on CIN5.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for CIN5, the place to get your shot of inspiration and wisdom to move you forward on your continuous improvement journey. And for more inspiration, join the Live on Purpose LinkedIn group. We are a diverse community that supports each other to find and live out our purpose every day, and we would love to add your voice to our family. Join now by clicking the link in today's post. Until next time, when we invite another one of your favorite lean thinkers to share their CIN5, stay calm and Kaizen.